Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode of I'm LaToya Rena. If you are new here, welcome. If you've been here before, hey y'all. Today I want to let y'all know why my Cibinqo journey is a wrap. Alright guys, so if you've been here for a little bit, you know I do suffer from eczema. Well, I hate to say suffer because it's well managed, but I do have eczema. And topicals don't really help with some of my areas. We tried the injectable, which is Dupixent, and I had injection site reactions to it, so we stopped that. And then my dermatologist then suggested that we try an oral form, which is one of them is called Cibinqo. There are some concerns with Cibinqo, such as blood clots and things like that. So we just were using it just to start out and see and try. And if there were issues, the plan was always to stop. Another concern with Cibinqo is, you know, it's an immunosuppressant, so it's more susceptible to getting ill and things like that. You have to manage your white blood cell counts, all those things. So it's kind of like the oral medications are like the last ditch effort kind of thing, like your last option. And so I took it. I don't even think I took it for a week before I noticed that my thigh began to bruise. And it got warm and things like that, and there were concerns that I may have a blood clot. So my dermatologist recommended that I go to either an urgent care or an ER and have it ultrasounded to make sure that it wasn't a blood clot. So I did that. It was a big ordeal. It took like 4 or 5 hours to get this ultrasound. It was a mess, but we got it done, and I was negative for blood clots, so thank goodness for that. However, my dermatologist does want me to continue to stay off of the medication, and she's going to come up with another plan. I don't know what that'll be, but I do know that Dupixent's not an option. And Cibinqo really shouldn't have ever been an option anyway. You're not supposed to take Cibinqo if you're on birth control because of the clotting issues. I am on birth control, and so really shouldn't have been on it anyway. And I was hesitant anyway, but anyway, God did what he needed to do to concern me enough and my dermatologist enough to where we just are stopping that. So not really sure what the plan is going forward, but at this point, the particular area that we are actively trying to treat and help resolve, I've had for like 2.5 years. This little spot and I know each other quite well. We've been living together for a while, so if I gotta continue to live with it, I mean, it is what it is, right? Like, you know, nothing else is working. But if my dermatologist does come up with another idea that maybe will help, you know, I am open to trying it, because it is an uncomfortable patch of eczema, and it itches all the time. It's just terrible. It's just a terrible spot, and so I would like to get rid of it, especially since I really like, let me think. I think I may have like a little something trying to form on my collarbone right now. But other than that, I don't have any other patches on my body right now. And that's just because I have implemented some things throughout my adulthood that work for me. And they may not work for all eczema sufferers, but they work for me. So I don't take hot showers. Hot showers inflame and make my skin worse. So I take lukewarm showers. I use Gold Bond Eczema Relief Lotion only. I do not consume acidic things on a regular basis, meaning like your tomatoes and oranges and whatever products you use out of those to make those things. I don't use those, so like pizza sauce, orange juice, things like that. I stay away from those things. And lotioning ideally twice a day has been beneficial as well. I don't use scented anything either, so like no scented laundry detergent or anything like that, dryer sheets, washing powder, whatever. I don't use anything scented on my skin directly. Now I do like use perfume. I like Valentino you know, born in Roma and stuff like that. So I will like occasionally spray it on my clothing, but never directly on my skin. So those little things have been, you know, game changers for me. I was a kid that was covered everywhere, especially in any area where I had bends, folds, creases, whatever. Those areas were just terrible, oftentimes infected because my control over scratching or not was not there. So I would just scratch until the, you know, it was pussy and, you know, green and white, and it was a mess. You know, I grew up with bloody sheets, like where I've scratched so bad that, especially in the night, that the areas that I've scratched have started bleeding, so I'd have blood throughout my sheets. Like, I had a rough time as a kid, but as an adult, I've been able to manage it with those things. And then, of course, too, being an adult, having a little bit more willpower not to scratch and things like that have been game changers for me. So I say all that to say, if I gotta live with this one little patch that just refuses to go away of eczema, I guess I'll live with it. Because it could definitely be worse. So if you like the content that I'm offering to you, I want you to please make sure that you hit the like button as well as the subscribe button, so that when new content does post, you are one of the first people to see it. It also helps this channel grow, which it is doing quite nicely. We just hit 800 subscribers, guys. Thank you so much for your love, your support, your comments, your likes, your, you know, just viewing my content on the regular. I personally very much appreciate it. You are the reason I continue to do this. As someone who considers themselves to be very introverted and things like that, posting, especially in the beginning, was really, really challenging and very uncomfortable. But for whatever reason within me, I really wanted to do this. And you guys have made it easier by just continuing to like, continuing to subscribe, continuing to leave comments, all of that. You make it so much easier to where now it's not really that big of a deal anymore. And so I'm very grateful for that, and I'm grateful for our community. So that's all I got to say. I will see you guys soon. We're gonna have a Wegovy update in a few days. I'm also going to talk about whether or not I'm going to pursue compounded semaglutide, all the things. So y'all stay tuned. Bye.